FM.
Messi serve the Lord, condemn not so your truth.
Well, opening your eyes to see how dark your room is or how bright it is. You know, there are people who don't like to turn off their lights. If you're one of those persons, I see you. Your lights are always on. And someone is saying, Queen, that is if I had electricity last night then. Because even if I turned on my generator, maybe I put it off at some point or probably still on. Good morning. Welcome to Saturday morning's broadcast on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. It's July 11, 2026. It's 6:24 a.m. this Saturday. Whatever your plan is, I'm hopeful that it would go as smooth as you've thought it out in your head. So whether you're going to spend time in the house doing all the chores, resting, attending to your kids, just attending to yourself, or whatever you plan to do, I wish you all the best of it. So you do that alongside listening to Today 95.1 FM, because Saturday mornings are packed, really packed with programs after programs, and we do this just to educate and inform and also entertain you. Something I was thinking about is it's important as a human being to know your capabilities, right? To know that I can do this thing. And I'm not talking about just the positives, even the negatives, right? Because as human beings, we're flawed, right? So knowing that, oh, these are the areas that I'm working on, that I intend to work on, or these are the things that I don't do rightly. When it comes to talking to people, I need to work on this. I need to work on my alcohol intake. I need to work on my relationship with my family. I need to work on my relationship with myself. Maybe I need to be more disciplined. I need to stay more consistent. I need to keep to my words. You just want to take stock of the things around your life and ask questions around, what can I do better? What areas do I find myself failing consistently, and how can I do it better? How can I change the narrative? That's some level of self-awareness. When someone says, you do this, I say, and you say, yes, I do this and I'm working on it. Oh, I'm really bad at this thing. See, I don't know how to, I find it difficult communicating, but I'm learning, right? When you know the areas that you need to work on and don't live in denial, life becomes easier. I think you become more self-aware. And when you're more self-aware, you arm yourself with knowledge and you know how to navigate, what to do better, how to relate with other people better. And no one tells your story for you, because you own your story and you tell it very well. You're not shocked when someone says something about you. You just know, like, this is exactly what it is for me. All right, 6:30. We'll rewind. We'll do backward from yesterday up until Monday, the week, through the stories that made the rounds in Rivers State. We'll do that till 7 o'clock. We'll take the world news, and 7:30, Kiddies Playground. We'll see how we can get the kids excited this morning. Afterwards, 8 o'clock, Insights. We'll have Emmanuel Nduke right here in the studio with me. And we'll see some of the big stories making the rounds in the country today and even in the state. And afterwards, that's after Insights, on the Express Show, we'll talk about something around maybe River State and something happening around us. We'll move to 10 o'clock for the law today. I have a guest, although he'll be joining us virtually. I will talk about something really common, but a reminder that it's important that you know. So we'll do that on the law today. And 11 o'clock, Harriet Ojeba will be here. She sent me her topic already, and we'll be talking about the family circle, so you don't want to miss anything. 12 o'clock, the news, and I'd leave the studio, but I will leave because I'll have the sports crew will be here to give you updates in the world of sports. It's going to be a marathon talking sports, everything that you can put your hands or wrap your hands around. So let's have a good morning, right? We agree to that, right? Let's have a good morning. So you stay with me. Let's do this together. I'm expecting your calls, your text messages, your contribution on every conversation that we have here on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. My name is Queen Chima. Good morning. If you think back the week, you may be wondering what story stood out for you in River State. Whatever it is, would see how we can run through some of the stories. That most of them we took them here on our bulletin or any of our major news and current affairs program. We took those stories. So let's take your mind back to all of that played out this week from Monday up until yesterday, 10th of July 2026. Of course, we begin with this one where the River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has presented the state's 2026 budget proposal of 1,854 billion naira. The budget is titled Budget of Resilience for Growth and Development. Well, Governor Fubara says that the proposal is designed to drive economic growth, strengthen infrastructure, improve public services, and promote sustainable development across River State. The budget will now be considered by the River State House of Assembly for legislative approval. Well, it's Rewind, and my name is Queen Chima. We'll take other stories and then open the phone lines and get your reaction to any of these stories that did happen in the state, in River State. River State's Governor Siminalayi Fubara presented the state's 2026 budget proposal of 1,854 billion naira. The budget is titled Budget of Resilience for Growth and Development. Governor Fubara says the proposal is designed to drive economic growth, strengthen infrastructure, improve public services, and promote sustainable development across River State. The budget will now be considered by the River State House of Assembly for legislative approval. Meanwhile, the chairman of Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SANU, Ignatius Ajuri University of Education Chapter, Eguchisa, has appealed to Governor of Siminalayi Fubara to reinstate all staff of demonstration secondary schools, including Delhi and the Seashell Model Secondary School Harbour. Speaking to Today FM, Magnus Unwa on the issue, Chisa said staffers of these schools have not been receiving salaries since 2016, when the former governor disengaged them illegally from the state civil service. Now, according to Chisa, the workers successfully defended their case through the Industrial Court and the Court of Appeal, which ultimately ordered the state government to reinstate the impacted personnel and settle all salary arrears and benefits owed since 2016. He, however, appealed to the governor to comply with the appeals court decision to pay and reabsorb them for the interest of industrial peace, adding that as a humane, compassionate, and listening governor, there is hope for the workers to come back to their duty posts once again.
And of course, our colleagues at the River State University. So suddenly their salaries were stopped and they had to go to court. The industrial court gave them judgment and asked the government to reinstate them. It was not taken. There were further, litigations until the matter dragged on to the Court of Appeal. That is after the first victories, So now, this years, so you can imagine it's more than 8 years, this matter has lingered. So we know the untold hardship that they have suffered.
The SANU chairman also called on the affected workers to exercise patience and express confidence that the governor will address their concerns.
And of course, our colleagues at the River State University. So suddenly their salaries were stopped and they had to go to court. The industrial court gave them judgment and asked the government to reinstate them. It was not taken. There were further, litigations until the matter dragged on to the Court of Appeal. That is after the first victories, So now, these people have endured without money, living in penury for this number of years. So you can imagine it's more than 8 years, this matter has lingered. So we know the untold hardship that they have suffered.
Well, reaction began to trail the death of a 25-year-old National Youth Service Corps member, Wisdom Enakriye. Reports had emerged about the death of the young doctor who was serving at the military hospital in Port Harcourt during his mandatory National Youth Service. One of the accounts from a close relative alleged that late Wisdom Enakrie requested to travel for a medical situation but was delayed for up to 3 weeks, with many suggesting the delay contributed to his untimely death. And the River State NYC coordinator, Moses Olege, in his reaction said efforts has been taken to address a wave of claims circulating on social media about the circumstances surrounding the passing of the corps member. Olege confirmed that the late Dr. Enakire applied for permission to travel on June 18, 2026, and that a forwarding letter reached his office on June 24. The same day, the corps member followed up with a direct call to the zonal inspector, who immediately granted verbal approval for him to proceed, given the health-related nature of the request. Now, Olege clarified that the 6-day gap between the application on June 18 and the letter reaching his office on June 24 originated from the military hospital end of the process, an institution yet to release any official statement on the matter.
He applied for pass to the employer on the 18th of June. It's here in his handwriting. And in the attached letter that they forwarded to my office, dated 24th of June. At that same 24th, he applied to my office for pass. The same 24th. I followed, because when he came, followed up with a call to the zonal inspector, who immediately granted, without even telling the state coordinator, because of his relationship with the NYC University, told him to proceed on that journey immediately, since it had to do with his health. And that he should not wait for the processing of his pass. As in approval, leave approval, he should proceed. Only for us to be on the service.
The coordinator also addressed claims that Dr. Enakire died in Port Harcourt, stating that the corps member had successfully traveled to Calabar before his condition worsened.
He didn't die in Port Harcourt. The death certificate is here. He traveled home to Calabar, and then he was taken to a hospital. You can never see the burial paper. The burial service was conducted in Calabar on the 4th of July. Ordinarily, if a corps member dies in his place of residence, the NYC of that particular state will take charge of the burial. But because of his closeness to me, particularly to the NYC University, I sent an assistant director in charge of COWEF to travel to Calabar to be part of the burial.
Meanwhile, the River State government has rewarded for Presidential Honors Award with a total sum of 20 million naira. Governor of River State, Siminalayi Fubara, congratulated the award recipients, describing them as worthy ambassadors whose outstanding service during their NYC year has brought honor and pride to the state. The governor, who was represented by the secretary to the state government, Dagogo Wokoma, announced the cash reward in Port Harcourt, where he reiterated his administration's commitment to human capital development and the promotion of excellence across all sectors of society. And Governor Fubara, in a statement by the head of Information and Public Relations Unit, Office of the Secretary to the State, Juliana Massey, commended the awardees for their dedication, discipline, and selfless contributions to national development, assuring that the state government would continue to recognize and encourage exceptional achievement among its youth. In his remarks, the River State coordinator of NYC, Moses Olege, expressed appreciation to Governor Fubara for the generous gesture. He reaffirmed the scheme's commitment to partnering the state in nurturing graduates who will make meaningful contributions to nation building. Responding on behalf of the beneficiaries, Gideon Nwakuga thanked the governor for the recognition and support, assuring that the awardees will continue to uphold the values of excellence and serve as worthy representatives of River State wherever they find themselves. The beneficiaries include Winnie Promise, Wako Bariegara, Chika Michelle, Samyo Yalo Lekia, Chuku Diana, Okulo Sarah, Nwabuchi Gotswe, Worry Precious, Paula Bob Yellowy, and Gideon Nwa Okuga. Well, let's wrap up with this story where residents of River State have expressed mixed reactions to the Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company's PHEDC billing systems, citing frustrations with both prepaid. They lamented challenges with the system, including its inability to conveniently power heavy appliances, the need for constant recharging, and sudden outages, which completely leaves them in darkness. According to them, unstable power supply coupled with high cost of staying connected has continued to weigh heavily on both households and businesses within the community.
Yes, well, we used to prepaid meter before. They said the old one we are using, that they brought new one, so they came to. Once you buy and it finishes, you need to recharge again. And if you don't recharge, you stay in darkness. That is how it works. There's nothing like I beg. Immediately you finish, your light will switch off. Sometimes when you don't go, they'll debit you and they will not do it. Anybody who experience prepaid, you know that estimator is the best.
I can't just wait to see how next year turns out, because high cost of living is just something else. And now light bill. And the funniest thing is that even if you recharge your prepaid meter with 100,000, 1 million, you won't even see the light. You will end up spending money on fuel to power up your generator. It's just draining. It's something else. Please, something needs to be done.
Sometimes it was very difficult because around 2 a.m., 3 a.m., it will just switch off and other people have light but will not have light. And the prepaid meter is very difficult to use and understand because you cannot carry television, cannot so many things. The AC, the air conditioner in my room cannot even pick it up.
Prepaid meters through the meter, and that moving to prepaid has helped stop what they described as outrageous estimated bills.
It was installed a few months back. I stay at Rumola. I applied for the prepaid meter through a map vendor, and it was installed in less than 2 weeks. Yeah, it took about 10 working days. Yes. And since then, the outrageous price of PHED has stopped.
I have a prepaid meter. It was installed this year, and ever since I have been able to control my electricity bill. I'm no longer charged for lights when I'm not around, and the meter, unlike what they say, does not run down fast.
Well, this comes as PHEDC steps up efforts to migrate more customers to prepaid metering under the MAP scheme in order to address complaints around estimated billing. Meanwhile, all efforts to reach the head of corporate communications, PHED, proved abortive as at the time of filing this report. Well, let's get your reactions to these stories, any of them at all, that make the rounds in River State, from the PHED's efforts to migrating customers to prepaid metering, to the news of the core member who was alleged passed because of refusal from his PPA to travel, also to the governor of the state presenting the 2026 budget. 0810 9510 951. Good morning, welcome to Rewind. Are you there?
Good morning to you, Queen. Yes.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, Robin Manja, the farmer.
Good morning, Robin. Good morning, Robin Manja.
Yes, God bless you. Happy weekend to you.
Happy weekend.
Let me take the budget of hope, development, resilience, and all that as it was tagged. I have said that budget is not for people of River State, but when I rekindle the title, I want to believe His Excellency Governor Signala Ifubara that the budget as he has christened it will follow the way the name is. And to remind him that he promised that the road from Ahoda to Abu Ahoda local government will be in the budget of 2026. No matter how the repression, no matter how it has been delayed, this is the budget. Let him not forget, in case he has forgotten, or those who are close to him, should remind him, so that he will be taken by his word after now, because he is believed to be not among the politicians that say A and do B. Let that road from Ahoda Junction to Abu Aodua, the local government, be dualized the way he has promised, because of the economic activities in that area.
Okay.
Particularly owing to the fact that the only modern refinery we have in River State is domiciled in that area, which my community, Oshiboko, Obelo, Meze, are the host community. Let him do that so that we will believe him that it's a budget of resilience.
All right,
it's
then.
part of all the oppression. Thank you. That is my take for now.
All right, then. I think the House had adjourned sitting to 20th of July. Let's see what happens with the budget. What's most important is, some people have been talking about the priorities in the budget, which is also a great analysis. And you're looking at all the trillions of naira, what is allocated for what, and what takes exactly accommodates whatever's being allocated or budgeted. Education really stands out at second highest after infrastructure, and then you get health in that budget is third highest budgeted sector for. Right. Reactions continue to show that despite the delay, and yesterday I was talking about whatever interpretation you have of this. Right. Some say, oh, political stability. Some say, oh, finally, oh, interesting. Oh, we can know that there is a functional government in the state. For people who say nothing is happening, nothing has been happening. Some of you have said that nothing has been happening. States that's been functioning without a budget. Well, here you go. And maybe this sounds like good news for you or not. But let's get your reactions this morning on any of the stories. We did see that the state coordinator said to the claims that the core member had passed here in Port Harcourt. I mean, that news started circulating on social media. I saw it on social media first, even before some tabloids here in the state began carrying it, how a 25-year-old core member had passed, and it was alleged that he had asked to go home, asked his PPE, which is the military hospital, to go home because he wasn't feeling too strong, but they had delayed. The state coordinator for River State has clarified, saying, well, there was clarified the date where he wrote the letter and the date where he was asked to go back home, and also confirming that the core member did not pass here in River State but in Calabar. Really sad news. I think 3 days ago I saw a medical student, a nurse precisely. We're having a conversation just at our junction, Today FM junction, and he was talking to me about the challenges that medical professionals are facing these days. I mean, the brain drain in the sector, the overload of work. And then for a core member who's, I heard, a medical doctor, a health professional, considering or maybe wondering what work would have been like for him, and then asking to go home, that he wasn't feeling too strong. So something that the health professional said to me or mentioned to me was that a lot of health professionals are really managing, really truly managing. I was at UPTH and I was just looking at the health professionals. This was like last month, early last month, and the number of patients they had to attend to, the work there, and then you could see some of them really just trying their best. Now, the ratio of a health professional doctor to a patient is already, we are not even meeting that target at all. Like, it's so far. So the workload is just too much. Meanwhile, we saw the governor also celebrate some core members who had got honorary presidential awards from the president, and the state government decided to double that and awarded them 20 million naira. This sounds good. I mean, especially those times where people say education should be awarded and awarded well, excellence, community service, young people who touch lives, who impact lives. I mean, if these are areas that should be awarded, should be congratulated, people should be called out and celebrated for works like this. We see how brands sponsor entertainment shows, entertainment deals, entertainment events with millions of naira. If that can also happen with education, I know there are even some brands that do some competition, from mathematics competition to English competition to reaching out to schools, to teachers. I mean, encouraging education, which is a sector that will be bedeviled with a lot of challenges. We saw that the governor did give 20 million naira to those core members who had got honorary awards from the national. Right? Which of the stories, right, rewind this morning, you can call 0810-951-0951. Would wrap this up in about 5 minutes, right? And get ready to take the world news. After the world news, I told you, Kiddies Playground and so much more to come on this dial. So 0810-951-0951. You can call that number and react to any of these stories. And of course, send a text or WhatsApp message to 0701 933 again, Esose Onabo during the week had spoken to some Rivers residents about PHEDC's billing systems. Some of them had cited frustration with both prepaid and estimated billing. They lamented challenges with the system, constant recharging and sudden outages, which completely leaves them in darkness. Some of them had said unstable power supply coupled with high cost of staying connected had continued to weigh heavily on both households and businesses within the community. Well, they also talked about the recent prepaid meter through the meter asset provider MAP. Vendors said that installation was fast and completed in under 2 weeks, and that moving to prepaid has helped stop what they described as outrageous estimated bills. Well, so you have your bill and then you can control your power, sort of. So you see people, I don't turn on this, I don't want to turn on this appliance, I don't turn on this other one, or I know exactly what I'm paying for. Pay as you go, right? There's it was yesterday that a man called in and was talking about, I think he was talking about monies paid for installation, which is not supposed to be, right? But we see these things happen, right, in most of our sectors. Call it corruption, call it what we also encourage, because if one person pays, the other person pays. It just keeps happening and it sort of becomes a norm. That's how these things become a norm, because one person isn't bold enough to say no, delay the gratification, get someone else, or escalate it until what is supposed to be done is done. I mean, the right thing, what we call the right thing. So until that is done, because if you escalate it or you say, I'm not going to, whatever wants to happen should happen. Just like someone is asking you to pay money, grease my palm, or give me, say, no, I'm not. If another person behind you comes and says, and passes it over, I beg, just do just take, I beg, and make her just do fast, come out here. Then the other person looks foolish. Another person comes and says no, and the other person comes and just passes the money. It almost becomes a norm, because there are people who are ready to do it just so that I don't have the energy to talk. I don't have the energy to look for another person, or I don't have the energy to escalate it. Oh, this is Nigeria now. This is how it happens. We continue that way. This is Nigeria. What exactly is Nigeria? Nigeria is you. Nigeria is you. It's me. All of us, right? Existing in this geographical area where we have the powers to do whatever we are doing. So if you loiter, if you leave your drainages with dirt, you say Nigeria, but you are Nigeria. If you don't follow traffic rules, you don't pay your tax. That one is making me laugh, because I know how you say we pay tax. What is happening with the tax that we pay? Understandable. But you are the Nigeria, right? You are. So stop looking at Nigeria like one entity existing on its own. I mean, outside of the things that we all do to make the country the way that it is. So even if we're looking up like leaders, the leaders there, it's like you're looking up to heaven, looking up to God in heaven. Even if you're looking up, Aso Rock, Brick House, you're looking at your local government chairman. He's a Nigerian, as you're a Nigerian too. In fact, some of us put them there. Your vote. Right. Thank you so much for staying with me this morning on Rewind. Didn't get your calls. I don't feel good about it. But then we've been able to go through those stories and maybe some others that you still remember. Some of them may be developing stories. Some others may not go tabs with us here on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. You know that we'll bring you all the stories as they break, right? We'd have those conversations with you, with our guests, with our public affairs analysts, and give you all that it's supposed to be giving this morning. So 7 o'clock, we'll get to see what's happening in the world, reading the world news. My name is Queen Chima. Good morning. Pupils, teachers regain freedom. APC unveils Shetima as Tinubu's running mate for 2027. Oni backs Tinubu's economic direction. On the foreign scene, British police arrest man over former minister's death. Now the detail. The pupils and teachers abducted during attacks on schools in Oriri local government area of Oyo State have regained their freedom after spending 57 days in captivity. The development was announced by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Nanuga, who disclosed that no concession was made to the abductors to secure the victims' release. The victims were kidnapped on May 15, 2026, when armed men attacked 3 schools in the Esiele and Yawuta communities, abducting 39 pupils and 7 teachers, including a principal. Our security agencies have yet to provide further details on the operation that led to the victims' release. Meanwhile, Oyo State Governor Sheyi Makinde has welcomed the release of the pupils and teachers abducted in a Oriri local government area, describing their freedom after 57 days as a great relief to their families and the people of the state. Speaking during a telephone interview on Channels Television, Makinde thanked President Bola Tinubu and the nation's security agencies for their efforts in securing the victims' release. The governor commended the Nigerian Police Force, the Department of State Services, and the military for their coordinated operation. He also congratulated the people of Oyo State, expressing hope that efforts to improve security across the state and the country would continue. Islamic cleric Sheikh Ahmed Gumi has criticized calls for the killing of repentant insurgents and secessionists, describing such actions as contrary to religious teachings and international law. In a social media post, Gumi said individuals who surrender or are in custody should not be executed, regardless of the crimes they are accused of committing. He wanted that the International Criminal Court is monitoring such actions and urged authorities to consider both legal and moral consequences. The cleric also stressed that lasting peace cannot be achieved by adopting the same method used by terrorist groups. Well, the Police Service Commission has dismissed as fake a viral statement claiming that successful Nigeria Police Force recruits will be posted only to their state of origin under a supposed State Police Act. In a disclaimer signed by the Commission's Head of Protocol and Public Relations, Tortin Joku Kalu, the Commission says the statement circulating on social media did not originate from the PSC. The Commission describes the publication as the handiwork of fraudsters and urges the public to disregard the information, including claims about medical screening dates and recruitment portals. The PSC adds that it recently met with officials of the Nigeria Police Force, the Federal Character Commission, and the Ministry of Police Affairs to review the ongoing police recruitment exercise. Well, the National Working Committee of the All Progressives Congress has formally unveiled Vice President Kashim Shettima as a running mate to President Bola Tinubu for the 2027 presidential election. APC National Chairman Nentawa Iwata announced the development after receiving the presidential nomination forms of both leaders. He described the move as a significant milestone that reinforces the party's commitment to sustaining the renewed hope agenda and consolidating ongoing national development. The announcement puts to rest months of speculation that the party might replace Shettima ahead of the next general election. Meanwhile, the Oni of Ife, Oba Adeyeye Ogunwusi, says Nigeria is witnessing an unprecedented economic transformation under the administration of President Bola Tinubu. While speaking at the inauguration of the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu door-to-door movement, the monarch said the president came into office well prepared and that the impact of his economic policies is already being felt across the public and private sectors. The traditional ruler pointed to the country's capital market as evidence of the administration's economic progress, noting that market capitalization has risen to more than 140 trillion naira. The ONU expressed confidence that ongoing reforms would continue to strengthen Nigeria's economy and attract more investment. The Allied People's Movement has called on the federal government to publish a detailed and independently verifiable account of the money realized from the removal of fuel subsidies since May 2023. In a statement by its National Publicity Secretary, Abubakar Yusuf, the party says Nigerians deserve to know how the funds have been spent in view of the rising cost of living and worsening economic hardship. The party claims that despite reports of trillions of naira generated from subsidy removal, there is no comprehensive public record showing how the money has translated into improved infrastructure and public services. The APM is urging the government to provide greater transparency and accountability in the management of public funds. You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. Well, after the break, more news and foreign stories. Do stay with us.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Well, thank you so much for staying with us. Now the rest of our stories. The Federal High Court in Abuja has affirmed the authority of the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission to investigate consumer complaints relating to airline ticket pricing. In a judgment delivered by Justice BFM Nyako, the court dismissed the suit filed by Air Peace Limited, which challenged the Commission's powers to investigate allegations of exploitative airfare pricing. The court ruled that the FCCPC's authority to investigate consumer complaints is separate from its power to regulate prices, adding that the Commission acted within the law when it sought information from Air Peace following complaint over sharp increases in domestic airfares in 2024. The judgment reinforces the Commission's mandate to protect consumers by investigating unfair market practices without necessarily imposing price controls. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arraigned alleged drug kingpin Anochili Innocent, 3 Mexican nationals and 6 other Nigerians before the Federal High Court in Lagos over alleged methamphetamine production. The defendants appeared before Justice Musa Kakaki on an 11-count charge bordering on conspiracy, operating a clandestine drug laboratory and producing more than 2,419.48 kilograms of methamphetamine, valued at about 480 billion naira on the international market. The NDLEA says the suspects were arrested during coordinated operations in Ogun and Lagos states, including the discovery of a hidden drug laboratory in Moe Forest, Ogun State. The court has adjourned the matter for the continuation of legal proceedings. The Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria has denied claims that it's directed airport taxi operators to replace their vehicles with 2020 models before they can continue operating at the nation's airports. The clarification follows a viral video in which some airport taxi drivers appealed to President Bola Tinubu, alleging that they were being compelled to purchase vehicles worth between 18 million and 30 million naira. FAN says it did not issue such a directive, contrary to claims circulating on social media. The agency's response comes amid growing public debate over standards for airport transport services and the welfare of taxi operators. River State Governor Siminala Yefubara has presented a proposed 1,854,248,734,475 naira 76 kobo 2026 appropriation bill to the River State House of Assembly, with infrastructure, education and healthcare taking the largest share of the budget. Tagged the Budget of Resilience for Growth and Development, the proposal represents a 24.49% increase over the adjusted 2025 budget. Governor Fubara said the budget is aimed at sustaining economic growth, expanding infrastructure, and improving the welfare of Rivers people. The governor projected revenue from internally generated revenue FARC allocations, derivation funds, VAT, exchange gains, and capital receipts. He proposed 413.11 billion for recurrent expenditure and 1.405 trillion for capital projects. The works and infrastructure sector received the highest allocation of 533.32 billion, followed by education with 315 billion naira and healthcare with 105.43 billion. The budget also provides funding for agriculture, power, youth development, sports, women affairs, the judiciary, and the River State House of Assembly. Governor Fubara said the budget will focus on completing ongoing road projects, improving education and healthcare, creating jobs and expanding economic opportunities. He also assured workers and retirees that adequate provisions have been made to settle outstanding gratuities, pensions, and death benefits. Appealing for speedy legislative approval, the governor acknowledged the delayed presentation of the budget and urged lawmakers to expedite its passage.
Honorable Speaker, with this introductory remark, I proceed to present the highlight of the 2026 draft budget. 2026 budget. The 2026 budget is a budget of resilience for growth and development. It is the result of considerable public participation in a shared vision for building an economically resilient, thriving, and prosperous River State. The total projected revenue for River State for the year 2026 fiscal year is 1,154,248.
On his part, the Speaker of the House, Martin Amioli, assured the people that the Assembly will expedite passage of the bill for the interest of the state.
So that our people can have the smile that they deserve at the end of the day. That said, Your Excellency, I know you have quite a lot to attend to. Will not bore you with. Very briefly, before we grant you leave to exit the Harlow Chamber. Distinguished colleagues, let me, on this note, call on the clerk to give the 2026 appropriation bill the first reading. Clerk.
Appropriation Bill 2026.
Human rights activist General Gabriel Asabuja has welcomed the judgment of a River State High Court in Okrika, which issued a perpetual injunction restraining the Nigeria Police Force from harassing, intimidating, or threatening him and his associates. Reacting to the judgment, Asabuja described the ruling as a victory for justice, saying it vindicates him from allegations previously made against him by the police. He maintained that despite criticism of the judiciary, there are still judges committed to upholding justice, adding that intimidation and threats will not deter him from his activism.
An activist is what I have decided to do. That's why God have created me as activist, good or bad activist, because I know one day we will leave this earth and go. Let this judge and other judge continue like this. Let them live working for honorable member, politician, because I notice so many judge, not all of them, the politicians are making use of them. They build apartment, a home for so many judge. They will use to rig election. We know. So that is RNG judges. That's what we see.
Justice Limie Mbo Abina also awarded 5 million naira in general and exemplary damages against the police and ordered the force to publish an apology to Asabuja in at least 2 national newspapers. The president of the Niger Delta Integrated Farmers Association of Nigeria, Julius Upena-Nwuda, has called on the federal government to ensure that farmers in the South-South receive adequate consideration in the implementation of its agricultural intervention programs, including the Renewed Hope Farm Input Support Program. Upena-Nwuda made the appeal while reacting to the federal government's distribution of 80,640 bags of fertilizer to 20,160 registered smallholder farmers under the Farm Input Support Program across the southeastern states. He said there are several recognized farmers associations in the South-South, as well as whose members contribute significantly to agricultural production and should be adequately carried along in future interventions. According to him, broader participation of farmers' groups would help ensure that agricultural inputs reach more genuine farmers and improve food production across the region. Upena-Nwuda also urged the federal government to continue strengthening its support for farmers through inclusive policies capable of boosting agricultural productivity and enhancing food security in the country.
Well, Nigeria is a wonderful country with wonderful policies, but the implementation is a major problem. While this flag off was done in Cross River states, apart from All Farmer Association of Nigeria, our farm that was called to be present, other farmers group in the South-South, none of us was called. Who are the beneficiaries of this fertilizer? So if we are not called or not being represented, who are the people that will benefit from this fertilizer distribution or the input? These policies that are coming up year in, year out, and it's not having any effect on our production, then it calls for concern.
On the foreign scene, where police in the United Kingdom have arrested a 26-year-old British man on suspicion of murdering former Member of Parliament and Minister Anne Widdecombe. Devon and Cornwall police say the suspect was arrested in Newton Abbot and remains in custody while investigations continue. Assistant Chief Constable Matt Longman says the case is not currently being treated as terrorism-related and that investigators are keeping an open mind about the motive. Widdecombe, age 78, was found dead with serious injuries at her home in Devon after emergency services responded to the scene. Police say forensic examinations and investigations are ongoing. To end the news, here is a summary of the major stories. The pupils and teachers abducted from schools or your state have regained their freedom after 57 days in captivity, with the presidency confirming that no concession was made to secure their release. APC has formally unveiled Vice President Kashim Shettima as President Bola Tinubu's running mate for the 2027 presidential election, ending speculation over his place on the party's ticket. We told you that Oni of Ife says President Bola Tinubu's economic reforms are transforming Nigeria, citing the country's growing capital market and expressing confidence that the administration's policies will continue to strengthen the economy. The foreign scene, you also heard that police in the United Kingdom have arrested a 26-year-old man on suspicion of murdering former lawmaker Anne Widdecombe as investigations into the circumstances surrounding her death continue. That Was the News is edited by Priye Izogo. For comments and inquiries, please call 0818 389 2850. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com, Facebook at Today95.1fm, Instagram at TodayFM951, X at TodayFM951. You can also join our YouTube live, Today95.1fm. My name is Queen Chima. Thank you so much for listening. Good morning.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
neighbor, you know, say ask Mama Choma, waiting they make she and her family body they strong kakaraka and they know they visit hospital anyhow. She tell me say na Bueno soya beans powder mix, 9 be the secret oh. So make I give you update. Bueno soya beans powder mix, 9 be the Obonga soya beans brand. We get crayfish, tiger nut, coconut, granite, cashew nut, date fruit, dry catfish, and even unripe plantain. Now Saxic International Network Limited, they produce them, and to show you say na authentic, NAFDAC don't approve them. Bam, you fit put them for tea, akamu, and other Echetran beverages. This product good for mama, papa, adult, small picking with them born today, and even pregnant women. Because why? Better thing good for everybody. To become a distributor or to know more about this product, call 0707 791 4443. That is 0707 791 4443. Or visit their office. We're there for number 41 Abuja Street, Rumopara, Port Harcourt, River State. Sassic International Network Limited. Now quality products be our passion.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Port Harcourt, are you ready?
The biggest football night on earth is here. The FIFA World Cup 2026 final watch party.
Join Today 95.1 FM sports crew
in partnership with Amora Resort for one game, one passion, one unforgettable experience.
Sunday, July 19th, 2026.
From 6 p.m.
Venue,
Amora Resort, East West Road by First Mechanic Junction, Alakaya, Port Harcourt. Watch the World Cup final live on a giant LED screen.
With premium sound, non-stop entertainment, and electric atmosphere.
Win jerseys,
cash prizes,
sponsor gifts,
take part in football trivia,
penalty shootout contest,
prediction challenge,
best dressed fan competition,
and
exciting raffle draws.
Enjoy delicious food,
refreshing drinks,
a premium VIP lounge,
live DJs,
celebrity appearances,
and your favorite Today 95.1 FM OAPs. Don't watch history alone. Live it together. See you at Today 95.1 FM FIFA World Cup 2026 final watch party at Amora Resort, East West Road by First Mechanic Junction, Alakaya, Port Harcourt. One game, one passion, one unforgettable experience. Today 95.1 FM, where news meets insight, sports meets passion, and entertainment meets excellence. Expert analysis from seasoned professionals and our top analysts, informing, educating, and entertaining you. Your voice, your station. We are the voice of the people. Cardiac.
Children are a beam of sunlight. On Kiddies Playground, smart is the new cool. We have interesting activities lined up for everyone, from storytelling to games to quizzes, where you get to win loads and loads of gifts. Do you have what it takes to compete and win exciting prizes? Then don't miss any episode of Kiddies Playground every Saturday at 7:30 a.m. only on Today 95.1 FM, where playtime comes to life.
Beavers are nature's best builders. They can look at a rushing river and know exactly.
Mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush on a cold and frosty morning. This is the way we wash our face, wash our face, wash our face. This is the way we wash our face on a cold and frosty morning. This is the way we comb our hair, comb our hair, comb our hair. This is the way we comb our hair on a cold and frosty morning. This is the way we brush our teeth, brush our teeth, brush our teeth. This is the way we brush our teeth on a cold and frosty morning. Here we go round the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush on a cold and frosty morning. Meow, meow, meow. Three little kittens in the home. Naughty and curious they roam. Here and there, they go everywhere. Clad in a cute little kitten wear. Meow, meow, meow. One little kitten with blue eyes, big and sloppy and not so wise, had a crash and broke a vase. It wailed for being the cause. Meow, meow, meow. One little kitten with green eyes crouched not deeming its size, wedging its knee under a tree as help came on its way to free. Meow, meow, meow.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to you, handsome and pretty girl. Now, let's say the boys are handsome, right? And the girls are really, really pretty. I hope that you're out of bed. If your mother or your father is still telling you it's time for Kiddies Playground on Today 95.1 FM, then it means that you're not completely up. But then if you are awake, good one. Give yourself a round of applause. How do we do that now? Yes, I just clapped for you. So what that means is you probably slept very early. You know what they say? Early to bed, early to rise. So when you sleep early, you find yourself waking up early, right? Good morning to you and welcome to Kitty's Playground on Today 95.1 FM. Now, I know that this voice does not sound like the voice that you always hear Saturday mornings. You hear Miss Rona Bay talking to you and having a great time. Now, she asked me to talk to you today and promised that she will be back next week to talk to you. So you're going to have a great time with her. But for now, permit me, let's do this together. Let's talk great stories. Let's spell some words, play good music, and at the end of the show, I get to tell you something very interesting. You heard the song where it says, oh, wash your hands, clean up, be good. And that's as simple as it sounds, because when you do all of these things, trust me, your mom and your dad will be so, so, so proud of you. So you can call me Queen, right? Today, if you call on the show, you can call me Queen or add Miss Queen, Miss to my name. It would be definitely fine. Like I said, Miss Rona Bay told me to talk to you today that next week she would definitely be here for you. She said she promises and she'll be here, so don't miss her too much. Now let's talk. I know that it's been long months of schooling, of learning, of going to school early, reading your books, writing, preparing for your examinations, and then some of you are excited that the holidays are very close. That is, if you're excited about it. Or maybe you're not just so excited, you think, I want to stay in school. But I know that there are those subjects, right? Those subjects that don't really feel good to you, right? Those subjects that you'd want to never exist. It could be mathematics, it could be English, it could be home economics, it could be, I'm thinking of some of your subjects now. It could be maybe your reasonings, from your quantitative reasonings to your verbal reasonings, or even your story times. But I'd like to find out from you, what is that thing that you will miss the most from school as your holiday approaches? What's that thing you will miss the most from school? If you're going to miss your best friend, I'd like you to tell me that. If you are going to miss your teacher, your class teacher, I'd like you to tell me that. Then if you're also going to miss the subject that you love the most, mathematics or English, I'd also like for you to tell me that, right? Maybe you also want to tell me how your exams are going, right? So you call me and I'd ask you how you're preparing for your exams or how your exams are going, and then you tell me, oh, it's going on fine. You also tell me, this is what I will miss the most in school before we go back in September. Right. So you also want to tell me how school is going for you. So we'll do all of that. And then we'll get into the segment where we'll do our spelling. I'll give you a word. Give you a word and you attempt to spelling that word. You just don't know what I'll do for you after you get your spelling correctly. So are you ready? Are you going to share with me how school has been this term? What's been your favorite thing? What's been your best thing about school this term? Is it your teacher, your best friend, classes, the break times, the fun times, or just anything at all, right? That has been your favorite part of school this term. I'd like for you to share with me. Would you share with me? I think you would like to. So I'd open the phone lines and then you tell me. Maybe, now here's the thing, right? Maybe you get to find out what's most interesting about schooling for you. this term or school generally. So you probably get to find out what's the most interesting thing about school for you. So how do we do it? I'll open the phone lines and then you call me and tell me, hey, Miss Queen, this has been the most interesting part of school for me this term, right? I enjoy the times with my best friend. I enjoy my mathematics class. I enjoy my English classes. Right? Or you also tell me, I enjoy the break times. I like my teacher. My teacher just pays attention to all of us in class. So you tell me what that is, and we'll be good friends. Today we'll be good friends. So the number to call is 0810-9510951, 0810-9510951. It's calls alone, strictly calls. So when you call the number, of course you can tell me what's been your favorite thing, what's been the best thing, the best experience in school this term. Again, we'll get back and we'll do some spelling. So I'm sure that you are excited about that. So let's start with you. Hello, good morning. Oh, the call dropped. Try again, right? Tell your mommy, tell your daddy to call the number again. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Usa.
Oh, so would you tell me what's been your favorite thing about school this term?
Learning in the class.
Learning in the class. Wow. What's your favorite subject? Your best subject?
Mathematics.
Mathematics. Wow. Wow. Put your hands together for yourself. All right. All right, keep the calls coming. Yes, just tell me. Just call me and tell me, Miss Queen, this has been my best part of learning this term. So you tell me your name and you tell me what that is. Good morning. The call keeps dropping. I'm so sorry. Call again, right? So we can send text messages. We can only call, right? So when you call me, I get to find out. Good morning.
Morning, Ma.
Good morning. What's your name?
Victory.
Sorry?
Victory.
Victory. How are you doing?
Fine.
Okay. So tell me, what's been your best or favorite thing about school this term?
My teacher.
Your teacher? Wow. What's the name of your teacher?
Miss Kingsley.
Miss Kingsley. Oh, that's so good to hear. All right. So we're sending out love to Miss Kingsley for being your most favorite thing about school this term. Thank you so much, Victory, for calling.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Noble. 18.
Noble.
Yes.
Oh, how old are you?
I am 11 years old.
11. What class are you in?
I am in basic 5.
Basic 5. So tell me, what's been your favorite thing about school?
School. Learning.
Learning. So what's your favorite subject?
Cloudy.
Sorry?
CRK.
Oh, Christian religious knowledge. Wow, that's so beautiful.
I'm studying Toto.
And what?
I'm studying Toto.
Sculpture?
I say my first subject is studying Toto.
Oh, wow, that's so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing.
Bye.
Bye. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name?
David.
Sorry?
David.
David. How old are you, David?
11 years old.
11. So tell me, what's been your favorite thing about school this term?
Sports and
Sports.
activities.
Sports and what?
Activities.
Oh, why do I feel like you want to be a footballer when you grow up, David? Is that it?
Yes.
Oh, I thought as much. Oh, do you watch football already?
Maths.
Do you? Do you watch football?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Thank you so much, David, for sharing. Thank you. Bye. Now that's it. It's that simple. You call me 0810-951-0951 and tell me what's been your favorite thing about school, right, this term. Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning, darling. What's your name?
My name is Chidebere Samuel David.
Oh, Chidebere Samuel David. How old are you?
I am 10 years old.
10 years. So tell me, what's been your most favorite thing about school this term?
About my teacher.
Your teacher. What do you like about your teacher?
Because she always teaches us well.
Amazing. That's brilliant. What's her name? Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
What's the name of your teacher?
Mrs. Ijoma.
Mrs. Ijoma. So we're sending out love, lots of love to Mrs. Ijoma this morning, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much for calling, David.
Bye.
Bye. That's it. So, you know why I wanted us to do this morning? Right. Sometimes you just need to think about the beautiful things, right? Think about the beautiful things. Maybe you're not bothering your head about that subject that you did not get 80 over 100 or even 70, or you're finding mathematics still difficult or English difficult. It's good to think about the good things happening in school. Sometimes, or most times, they say when you dwell on the good things, other things begin to make more sense. So let's get to hear from you again. Good morning.
Good morning.
What is your name?
My name is Jude.
Jude, how old are you?
I'm 9 years.
9. That's so beautiful. So, what's been your most favorite thing about school this term?
I like writing.
You like writing?
Yes.
Oh, that's nice. Tell me, would you write a story very soon?
Yes.
Okay. Jude, how about we have a deal that from now till the end of the year, you write your first short story?
Yes.
Would you do that?
One.
Oh, you have? Wow. All
but
right.
I'm not publishing.
Yeah, that's good. Keep writing, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So would you write another?
Yes.
Good. Right. So when you write, your school, your teacher, or your mom or dad will take you through how to publish. You'd like to publish one, right?
Yes.
And when you publish one, please, I'd like to get a copy.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Jude, for sharing.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Wow. Jude is reading his first short story. That's interesting. All right. So call me. I'll take another call. Right. You tell me what's been the most interesting thing about school for you this term. And then we go over to spelling. I like that you call me and then we can spell some words this morning. Is that okay? All right. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning, darling. What's your name?
My name is Laura.
Nora, how old are you?
I'm 12 years old.
12. Okay, so tell me, what's been the most interesting thing about school this term?
I love to learn.
You love to learn. Do you have a favorite subject?
Yes.
What is that?
Social studies.
Social studies. Oh, nice. Okay. So school has been interesting this term, right?
Yes.
All right, that's great. Thank you so much, Nora, for sharing.
Okay, bye.
Bye. All right. Good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning, darling. What's your name?
My name is Ifeanyi Chukwu.
Ifeanyi Chukwu. How are you this morning?
I'm fine.
How old are you?
9 years old.
9. Okay, Ifeanyi. What's been the best thing about school this term?
I love reading and storytelling.
Storytelling and reading.
Yes.
What book did you read last?
What
book did you read last? Do you have storybooks?
Yes.
You read them?
My book of Bible story.
Oh, your book of Bible stories. Oh, that's nice. Thank you so much, Ifeanyi Chukwu, for sharing. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Wow. So we have an author, we have someone who likes to write, we have people who like that their teachers have been amazing. We like that you are spending good time in school. That's really, really good, right? You know, I see some kids who, when they're sending them to school, they'll be crying because maybe they don't want to go that day or they're getting used to school. But school is an interesting place, right? It's a fun place. You just need to keep your mind open and know that learning is really good. So appreciate everything around you. Think about the things that you like to do, you enjoy to do. Think about the subjects that you like. I know your mom, your dad, and your teacher would want you to pass every subject, but sometimes there's these subjects or those subjects that feel really good to you, and it's okay. Right. It's really okay that you like those subjects. Sometimes we just have to like what we like. Right. So thank you so much for sharing your favorite thing about school this term. Right. I really love that I could sharing that experience with you. So let's do some spelling. All right. We'll do some spelling. Maybe we'll get like 2, 3 to 4 calls. We'll spell in a minute. Give you a fun fact. And remember to be a good child. Right. This Saturday morning, you can have a good time with your parents. Call me and we'll try our spelling. So you ready to spell? I know that you are brilliant and you can get this. So when you call me, I'll give you a word and then you spell the word for me. I know you get it. So let's go 0810-951-0951. That is 0810-951-0951. Call me up and let's spell some words, right? Very simple words, I think, right? I think that the words are simple, right? So when you call me, when we do the spelling, and we're good to go. That call drops. Call again, right? Just call again, right? 0810-951-0951. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, your call dropped. Call again. Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, darling. What's your name? Can you hear me?
Yes.
All right, tell me, what is your name? Flourish?
Yes.
Oh, Flourish, how old are you? Flourish, I cannot hear you. Can you hear me?
I'm 2 years.
You're 2?
11.
11. So Flourish, tell your mom or your dad to move the phone away from where you are. I can barely get your thoughts. Right, the line is breaking. I know your mom or your dad can hear me, so just move away from where you are.
Hello.
Okay, it's better now. Flourish.
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 11 years.
11. All right. Can you spell the word happy?
P-P-Y.
Can you say that again?
H-A-P-P-Y.
Whoa, wow. Good. All right, that's a good try. You got that correctly. Thank you so much, Flourish. Good morning.
Good morning, Mom.
Good morning. What's your name?
Victory.
Victory. How old are you?
I'm 10.
10.
Yes, Mom.
All right. Can you spell the word class?
Class.
Yes.
CLASS.
Whoa. Yes. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling. You got that correctly. So let's take another call, right? Just one call, and then you spell a word. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Sorry?
Ebube.
Ebu-
Olisayezi.
Ebube. So how old are you?
11.
11. 11?
Yes.
All right. So can you spell the word walking? Walking.
WORKING.
Okay. So that is working. Walk. To walk when you move. Right? Walking. Can you do that again? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
WALKING.
Absolutely. Woo. Thank you so much. You got that correctly. So the last call now. What's your name?
Come on, Ma.
Good morning. What's your name?
My name is Nope.
Noble?
Yes.
All right. How old are you?
I'm 11.
11. Can you spell the word color?
COLAUR.
Absolutely. Ooh. All right, you got that correctly. See, you are so intelligent, all of you, right? You got your words correctly. And it's been a beautiful time with you this morning. Thank you so much for calling. Now, here's a fun fact, right? Some fish can walk on land. Now, there's this fish called the mud skipper. The mud skipper. It's spelled Mudskipper. The mud skipper. It's a fish that can walk on land. So how does it do it? It uses its pectoral fins like legs, moves across mud flats, and even climbs trees. Right. So what's the name of the fish again? Mud skipper. And it can walk on land. Mud skipper. So thank you so much for tuning in to Kitty's Playground. I told you that Miss Rona Bay, will be with you next week, right? She promises to be with you. Thank you so much, and do have a good time. Be good boys and good girls, and have a good Saturday morning. Good morning and bye.